Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be trying out a new foundation that I got from Sephora. So if you want to see what that foundation is, please keep watching. The foundation we're going to be looking at today is going to be the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. And it comes in this pretty blue packaging. I picked up the foundation and the concealer in the color Rich Sand, but the concealer is called Rich. And for the foundation, this is the second to deepest color, I believe. So let's go ahead and take a look at the foundation. So this is the container here with the foundation. It is really pretty. I love the packaging of the purple and gold top, and everything about this is very sleek. Like I said, this is in the color Rich Sand. It is not too deep apparently when looking at it in the container, but my hope is that it'll oxidize into a deeper shade that more so suits my skin tone. And my hope is that this foundation does not have that red undertone that for some reason companies love giving us women of color. Darker doesn't necessarily mean more red. So this foundation contains an SPF of 15, which probably means it's not going to have a good, you're going to get a little bit of a white cast in a photo, but it's probably going to be good for you in the summer because the main ingredient is water in this foundation. It is called a water foundation, so it's probably going to be light. And from what I've seen from other reviews on this foundation, it's very manageable, very easy, and your skin can breathe in it. But I'm really excited to try this out, so enough talking and let's go ahead and put it on. As always, we're going to be using a beauty blender on one side and a makeup brush on the other side. In my case, I'm going to be using a beauty blender on the left side and my Real Techniques buffing brush on the right side. The first thing I noticed about this foundation is that it comes with the dropper style, which some people are going to love and some people are going to hate. Me personally, I actually do prefer dropper style foundations or dropper style applicators just because I think it makes things a lot easier. And I'm going to start off with just this one drop to cover one half of my face, and we will see if we can build it up or if we even need to build it up. All right. This is definitely looking a bit light. Fingers crossed here.
You're the only one for me, yeah. You're the only one.
Alright, so here we have one side of my face done. I think it's definitely give me an even coverage, which is sometimes what I'm looking for. It definitely feels very lightweight. It was very easy to blend onto the skin. This is definitely probably, at least one of this is definitely feeling it like it's, you know, light to medium coverage. If you compare my left side to my right side, you see that my left side is, my skin is evened out. You can't see much of, you know, my discoloration that I had going on here, but I actually like the feel of this. I think it's very natural. You can see here I still have some like moisture coming through my high points, which is definitely going to give me that fresh looking face. So if that's the look you're going for, this foundation seems to do that well. But I still have a bit left of the drop that I had put, so we're going to go ahead and build up this side a bit more.
You've been taking all of my time. You may not be here, but you're still on my mind. Oh yeah. A million times I'm asking why we even started. If we're to fall in love, only to end it. Even though I know it's over, I can't seem to just move on. To the point where I'm convinced that this is not where I belong.
Alright, now we have both sides of my face finished. I actually feel that this foundation is very lightweight, very breathable. This is probably, even with two pumps, I think you're only going to get to like a medium coverage. So this is going to be, in my opinion, a light to medium coverage foundation. My main concern, however, for this foundation is that the main ingredient is water, and it is supposed to be, you know, a lightweight foundation, but I have oily skin, combination to oily, more on the oily side. And yes, I know that having that, you know, having some moisture in your skin gives you a bit of that youthful look, but for us, Us oily skin people, sometimes moisture does not mix in with what we already have going on. As you can see, I already have like moisture around this area. This is where I would normally get oily. The foundation definitely gave me this like dewy look, which is cool. Like right now, it's great, but I don't know how it's gonna hold up in a few hours. But color wise, I think that this ended up matching my skin tone, at least on camera it looks like it. I totally forgot to show you the concealer. So this is what the concealer looks like. It looks like just a smaller version of the foundation. Now this color rich looks a lot lighter than the foundation rich sand, but as we saw with the foundation, it did set to be a different color, so maybe it won't be that bad. Now the applicator on this is a bit different. It's one of this style of applicator. I call this, I call this like the Q-tip style, but I know that's not the official name for it. And we're just going to apply that directly our under eye area, our chin, our forehead, first thing is that this concealer is blending out very easily. I really like the way this feels. I think it gives me a nice subtle highlight, not too much, not, like a 2 shades lighter highlight, but enough for a daytime, everyday type highlight.
No matter who's in my life, 'cause you're the only one. Doesn't matter how long the time, you're the only one. It's impossible to think I could give my love to someone else other than you. You're the only one.
Now that we have the concealer on, I definitely think that the concealer goes well with the foundation. It definitely looks like it'll be a good combination for everyday type of wear. I cannot go without setting the concealer and the foundation because I already have moisture right now. I definitely have this already like dewy look going on, but I'm not going to overset it too much to give it a matte look. I still want to keep this dewy look so I can have a fresh, natural look. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face and I will be back to talk about it. What I noticed with trying to apply other makeup products on top of this foundation and concealer was that it all blended very easily. It was very seamless application. It wasn't difficult for me at all. I still feel like well, now that I was able to set my face and set my under eye, that I'm hoping that I won't have a lot of oil to come through, because right now I feel like, just that setting alone, I was able to control a bit of that, the dew that we were seeing at the high points of my face before I went and finished applying the rest of my face. This foundation definitely helps me feel like I'm covered, but my skin can actually come through. It's not just one layer of cake face going on. This isn't going to be a long test period because half of the day is already over, but I'll come back tonight right before I go to bed and wash this off to show you how this foundation held up. Alright, so it is the end of the night and I am back to show you how my face held up. I've also actually changed my top. It's been raining and raining and raining on the East Coast for like 2 weeks now, and it was just too cold to go out there with that shirt I was wearing earlier, so I put on this nice warm sweater. I digress. So now it's at the end of the day and it's like the dead of the night. It's been about 7 hours, which is a good amount of time that people would wear makeup. If I wear makeup, I tend to wear it from like work to the gym right before I take a shower and go to bed. So it's usually like, it's usually like 8 to 10 hours. I think my face held up really well. There was no sun today for me to see how my face would hold up underneath sunlight, but I have not had to blot my face once today. I did get a little bit of oil around my nose and I went out to eat, so I was kind of, like rubbing my mouth. I think the foundation wore off a bit around my mouth. So I think overall this foundation held up really well for me, and I think this would be a good everyday foundation. Now I don't know how it's gonna hold up, like I said, when sunlight is involved and when there's heat involved. But for right now, in the colder days, while we're still in winter, I feel like this foundation works really well for my skin, and I like the look that it gives off. Alright, so that's going to be it for the video today. Don't forget to thumbs up if you like this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel up here and take a look at previous videos. Talk to me on social media. All platforms are at Miss Berhane. I'll definitely talk back. And stay tuned for the next video. Okay, guys. Bye. Ja mata ne. Bye-bye.